Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to provide you with a price update for Dogecoin. The last time we took a look at it, it was on its bullish ascend, and we were looking at whether or not it was going to fill the previous gaps, the ones that we can see, at least the last two that we can see on the green side and on the red side here. And we're looking to see if we're going to continue our trend to fill it. So we're going to discuss that in this video and take a look here at the shorts. Just a quick note, this video is brought to you by Moomoo. You can get up to 15 free stocks by clicking the link in the description section. So taking a look here at the price action, what is really interesting here is not only have we seen an increase in shorts and still Dogecoin building, which is in line with the catalyst that I believe that because we have the long-term catalyst with Twitter integration, people are not going to be scared off as they would if we see short-term price dips, and more than likely they'll probably use that as a time to accumulate, and that appears to be the case. We see that we had we didn't really break trend, but we had a candle almost close at a lower, and then we got a rejection here, and then they tried to push it down. This is a really good rejection here to the downside, and for us to recover and close up again. But we got a little bit of like a retest here again, and then we're still pushing through with another green candle above 10 cent. So this is really great considering the fact that, let's take a look here at shorts. So this is really great here, considering the fact that even for today, for open, we are up 14.44%, still holding 10 cent, and literally building momentum going sideways. So hopefully we get another rejection here to kind of strengthen that floor. But again, these are the levels that we've seen here at around 15 cent or so. So this is really great as far as for the amount of pressure that they're trying. Not saying it's great that they're trying to short it down, but this is great as far as for the amount of pressure that they're putting on this, and it's still holding its place. So if you guys remember earlier in the year, they would do things like this because we'd have a catalyst, or at least a narrative would get pushed, but it wasn't a long-term catalyst, and they would take advantage of swing traders, the low volume at that time, and they would be able to kind of stomp out any momentum that we would get to the upside. But this long-term catalyst with Twitter it's really doing Dogecoin like a huge solid here as far as for keeping the volume at decent levels, and also pretty much as a sword is being used against shorts. So I think this is really great here. Yeah, even the volume. Yeah, you can see here. Look at the difference in volume. Let me make sure it's showing up on the screen. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay, look at the difference in volume here prior to the Elon announcement of prior to the Elon acquisition of Twitter going through. Right? Look at the difference in volume. You can see it down here, and we have not returned to those levels. And the volume was almost non-existent. So there's some people say, oh, it's dead and stuff like that. Yeah, it's easy for shorts to manipulate the price when there's no volume, where people are waiting, saying, okay, I'm going to wait and see if it's going to consolidate lower, and then I'll buy. Because when you flip that and say, okay, well, I don't know what the time frame of this is going to happen, I might as well buy right now, you'll start to see this increase in volume here. So shorts are going to have a harder time. So ultimately, this is great for what we're looking at, because typically on a gap down, like you said, we don't have any support in any of these. So normally what you'll see is extremely volatile prices or swings in either direction. So it has to kind of build out some support here if it's not going to fill it completely. And I do believe we'll probably come up and test again, because we're relatively close to at least testing the last candle on the gap down. But we can still see extreme volatility in this area until we can establish at least some support in the 10 cent range, and probably get some not breakout, but some sideways action along this level here at around 10 cent before we can say, okay, well, it looks like we're establishing a trend here at around the 10 cent. So we're going to build a floor, because right now there isn't one. So we have to establish it. And that's something we're going to have to look at over the next couple of days to see if this is going to be our new support level that we're going to ascend from. Because outside of that, we can still technically fill this to the upside. And if we're to resume trend, then we'd have to break back into around the 14-cent level, but it's not uncommon for us to fill this even to like around 12 cent. Yeah, about 12 and a half cent to fill the gap before we have to have another battle of like rejections and stuff like that. But shorts are keeping on the pressure because I do believe that without this intense level of shorting that they're doing, we probably would see this. So the buying pressure is great, but just know that we are experiencing a high level of shorts compared to the price action. And you can compare that to the level of shorts that we had when it was 6 cent more than what it is right now. So just kind of keep that in mind. Doge is doing extremely well under these conditions. So that is going to be my price update for now. I will check in a little later with you guys and we'll see, talk about some of the catalyst stuff that we have. But if you have any questions about price action and stuff like that, I'll be responding to some of the comments today. So just leave them in the comment section. I appreciate all of you. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.